Breaking right now, police are on the hunt for two escapees and their girlfriends after another wild afternoon where police had a massive presence near door in Allegan County.
It is now believed that they may have stolen a white Ford Taurus and they may have weapons with them. They've been on the run since they broke out of a prison facility up north over the weekend.
When we first came on the air at 5 o'clock, police and choppers were surrounding an area just west of Door. This after a man and a woman were spotted breaking into a shed. However, that search near Door is now being scaled back. This was at least the third massive search over the last 4 days, and each time the escapees, they've gotten away.
24-hour News 8's Leon Hendricks just spoke with the owner of that stolen car. He kicks off our team coverage tonight. Leon?
Sue and Brian, good evening. I can tell you within the last few minutes we've heard once again those sirens and a slew of police swarming somewhere. We're, of course, working to figure out where that is right now. But right now, we're standing in the driveway, what used to be the home of that vehicle that was stolen. As you can see now, an empty garage. There was a white Ford Taurus in that garage. Now, of course, it's a common vehicle. So we do know some things that are going to be specific to that vehicle that you're going to want to watch out for if you do see them. It has a dent toward the front of the vehicle and rust on the driver's side of the vehicle toward the front tire. So again, that's a dent toward the front of the vehicle and rust on that side of the vehicle. Of course, we don't know where that vehicle is. The owner of the vehicle tells us that someone broke into the house at around 3 o'clock, 3:30, and drove off with the vehicle. Other people in the neighborhood saw the vehicle driving off, but they thought it was the owner himself in that vehicle. But obviously, at this point, we now know that it likely was not, and that suspects are in possession of the vehicle. Again, police right now seem to be swarming somewhere. We're working to figure out where that is. But again, that white Ford Taurus is what they're looking for. And we'll, of course, keep you updated. Back to you.
And Leon, really quickly, we don't know who's in that vehicle. It may be one couple. It may be these escapees. It may be all four of them.
That's right. And of course, we got to leave open the possibility that could be completely unrelated. These guys have been eluding police for days now, but this is in the heart of that area that they had surrounded before. It was kind of strange pulling in again, almost deja vu, to see all those vehicles, the police helicopter once again in the sky in this very same area. But if that vehicle was stolen 3 o'clock, 3:30, who knows where they are now.
Leon Hendricks, thank you for that.
Our team coverage continues right now. Joe LaFurgey talked with a man whose home was broken into yesterday, likely by the suspects. Joe joins us right now.
Yeah, Sue, first of all, I want to show you, we're at 144th and 22nd. Now, Leon talked about the perimeter and all the police presence in this area. Just a few minutes ago, there was a large contingent of sheriff's deputies and state police here in this area, as they have been throughout the afternoon. They have now cleared the area. I talked to Trooper before they left. They said they are maintaining what they're considering a loose perimeter in this area. As Leon said, they don't know who's in that Taurus. They assume that it is the suspects or maybe one of the suspects. They don't want to take a chance. One scenario could be that one of the suspects took off in that car and one of the other ones, along with the girlfriends, headed the opposite way. So they're not taking any chances. He talked about the problem they've had of getting these folks in custody over the last 3 days. That is why they're not taking a chance. That is why we've seen so many police officers in this area. The state police helicopter, just to give you an idea, we've been kind of watching them throughout the afternoon. And as we scan off to the sky to the south, just over the hill here, just a few minutes ago, we saw that state police chopper headed back towards the east. Mostly they've been concentrating on the south. Again, another state police scout car coming down through the area, headed east to check out the area as well. They're telling residents here to make sure you lock your doors just in case. And one other thing they're telling residents, take the keys out of the car's ignition. We're out in the country. A lot of folks still feel comfortable leaving the keys in the car. They're telling folks, don't do that. Make sure you get those keys out of the car and make sure your outbuildings are locked. Earlier today, as we told you, we were just down the street when all this started to develop, just north of here at a farmhouse. That is where a resident said he found evidence that he had a very close encounter with the suspects Tuesday. Chad Morrison didn't want to be interviewed on camera. He's still a little stressed out about just how close he came to an encounter with the two escapees.
That just blows my mind, that they could still be right there in front of our noses.
But he did agree to show us what he thinks happened after the pair evaded police for a third time Monday night. It all began when Greg Bradshaw and Ken Grauman II tore through the cornfields near 120th Avenue and 22nd Street in the stolen Jeep Cherokee. Dozens of police, aided by dogs, a helicopter, and an alert pilot of an ultralight lost the two. Morrison believes they hid in the tall grass behind his home on 22nd, about a mile from where the chase ended. Chad and his brother left for work early Tuesday morning. When his brother returned Tuesday afternoon, he found evidence that the pair, who police believe are now with their girlfriends, took turns sleeping while one of them kept watch out a window. The refrigerator was empty, Chad's razor had been used, clothing and camping gear was missing. But the thing that worries Chad Morrison the most, 2 handguns were taken from his home. And he isn't the only one worried about that.
Obviously, seeing their total lack of regard for their safety or anybody else's now that they may be in possession of weapons, obviously does ramp it up. And you know, we have a concern for the community. We have a concern for our officers attempting to make arrests.
And back here live on the scene of 144th Avenue and 22nd Street, just north of Dorr. We're going to remain on the scene. Just to give you an idea, throughout the afternoon, well, really for the last hour and a half, you will see a large contingent again of state police, of local deputies, and they start to clear the scene, and all of a sudden they're all back again. So the situation developing, they get reports of a sighting somewhere, they take off, they come back. Again, a loose perimeter, what they're calling a loose perimeter in effect in this area just north and a little bit west of the community of Dorr, telling people, yeah, lock your doors, make sure everything's locked up, take the keys out of the ignition again, and be safe. We are going to be here, and we've got crews spanned all over this area until they get some sort of resolve to this latest report tonight. Back to you.
Hey, Joe LaFurgey reporting live for us. Thank you, Joe. We are staying on top of this situation in Dorr. We're going to take you back there throughout this newscast as developments come in. We'll also have updates for you throughout the night on woodtv.com. And tonight, of course, on 24-hour News 8 at 10 and 11.